Hello, my chair's just gone all funny. Hello, welcome back to the Football Terrace. Thank you very much for tuning in. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has signed a new 3-year deal. He will remain at Arsenal for the forthcoming season, 3 of them as a bare minimum. And the deal means that he has the potential to be Arsenal's highest paid player. Gooners, I want your reaction right about now. Aubameyangs here, a new 3-year deal confirmed from none other than David Ornstein on social media. I'll read you his tweet. He says, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang ends speculation over Arsenal future by signing a new 3-year contract, which will enable him to be the best played player at Arsenal. He says Arteta intervention key and relations with 31-year-old plus father fundamental in getting the deal over the line. Arsenal fans, I want your reaction to this right now, live on the Football Terrace. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has sealed his future to Arsenal, but there are questions being asked, not by me. I think he's brilliant. I think he's world-class. I think it's a tremendous signing. However, there have been gooners before that have said they should cash in, and spend the money. He's too old. There are some that will say, have we not learned from Ozil, making him the highest paid player at the club at 31 years of age? You've just signed Willian, who's older. You've got David Luiz, who is older. Are you concerned about that? Or is this, in your opinion, a brilliant, brilliant signing? I want your views. I want your opinions. Smash the like button for me right now. Hit it. Hit it like this. Don't break your phones, though. Just hit the like button. Share this on your social media platforms. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is going to be an Arsenal player moving forward. Someone says source. None other than David Ornstein. I think we all trust David Ornstein, don't we? We trust David Ornstein? It's done. Going to be announced very, very soon publicly, but David Ornstein has gone to town with this. Literally in the space of an hour or so, over 16,000 likes on that. Arsenal fans certainly seem happy with that news. They really, really do. On a sidetrack, I did hear some news that Man United are going to be having their own all or nothing season on Amazon Prime as well. That would be amazing. It would be amazing if that was true. Also going to give you any updates you want on Sancho to Manchester United. There's some Gareth Bale news circulating as well. Anything else you want to phone up about, feel free to. Skype lines are open right now for you to come on, for you to have your say, dial into the show. Just do some of your live comments. Marble Halls TV, one of our members, says better than Harry Kane, accept that reality. There we go. Timothy Chu says huge for Arsenal. Winter Services, yes, Ornstein is Arsenal's mouthpiece. I agree that he is. That's why I believe that the deal is done. It's over the line. We know that Pierre was waiting. To see whether anybody else was coming in for him. There's no doubt that he didn't consider leaving. I think to deny that he even considered it would be stupid of an Arsenal fan. But the fact is, players always consider their future. You know, I'm happy that Paul Pogba's remaining at Man United. I'll be ecstatic if he signs a new deal. But I'm not deluded enough to think that he didn't consider leaving. Only a fool would do that. Rising Blues, how are you, Terry? I'm very, very well, thank you. Marble Halls TV here says, man like Goldbridge will be vexed. He hates Arsenal and wanted to banter if he left. Listen, the banter might still be there. Because if Arsenal... He's now the highest paid player at the club. Well, incentivized to get there. He's on $250 a week. That could rise to $350, $360 with win and goal bonuses. But even at $250 a week, if in a year and a half he fades away and no one wants to buy him, it could be a disaster. However, I don't think it's going to be that. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is double world class, mate. He's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It really, really is. Terry, does it annoy you that Arsenal have a player better than Rashford, Martial and Greenwood? No. No, because there was a time when Arsenal had Thierry Henry, who was regarded as the best player in the Premier League, and we still won more than Arsenal. So there we go on that one. So no, it doesn't. Nice try though, bruv. Nice one, bruv. Nice one, bruv. Welcome to the Football Terrace. What's your name and who do you support? Hello, bro. You're on live on the air. What are you saying? Nope, you're done. See you later. Bottled it. Bottled it. Bottled it. Didn't want to speak. You can call the show. Skype lines are open. It's actually Callum. Was that you, Callum? Try calling back, Callum, if you want. He says hello. Call back to the show. Just turn your device down in the background and we'll get you on. He always will be in Martial's shadow. I don't care about any of that. I care about where the team ends up. Terry, hour and party next, Terry. Can Arsenal make top 4? Great question. With Aubameyang signing a new deal, if Thomas Partey and our are both signed, which collectively will cost somewhere in the region of £100 million, let that not go unnoticed. If that happens, my view on Arsenal's season will change. Those two, keeping Aubameyang, the quality of Martinelli and Saka coming through, the unknown potential with their back line, but, you know, there's some quality there with Saliba and, of course, Gabriel coming in. Arsenal have a shot. Arsenal have a chance. Expectation on Arteta will be high. He's already, by Gooners, perceived as a better coach than Lampard and Ollie because he's won an FA Cup. So if you buy those players, that's hundreds of millions of pounds spent on a squad over 2 years. A reported brilliant man manager and a wonderful tactician in Mikel Arteta. So yes, if you pull off those two players in reaction to that super chat, you have not only a massive chance of being in the top 4, it's failure if you do not make it. That's my answer to your question, my friend. I stand by it. I say it with my chest. Callum says, can I call in? Yes, you can, bro. Yes, you can call. To feel free to, my friend. Skype lines are open. Terry, save your answer for the show later. Yes, tonight's show, 9 p.m. We'll be doing full previews. We'll be going through it in more detail. Smash the like button, please, ladies and gentlemen, as well. It's really important that you get that done. Next up on the show, we have man like Kai. Of course, he's a Chelsea fan. Arsenal have just re-signed Aubameyang. 250 grand a week for 3 years for a 31-year-old. What's your reaction?
What a player he is, man. It's sad to see that he gave up on trophies and he's ready to retire.
Come on.
Contract that he's going to get, you know what I mean?
I
guess the FA Cup is the biggest trophy he's going to get. And that's,
so you don't think you don't think they can win anything bigger? You don't think they can win back into the top 4, win a Europa League, win a Champions League with Aubameyang? Do you think that's it? His career's done now?
They have to get out of the Europa League. You know, 4 leagues, 4 years they've been playing Europa League. You know, so if they can get to the Champions League, you never know.
We've got Egal on the line. Egal's with us, of course, an Arsenal fan. What do you make of Kai's comment that essentially Aubameyang has just retired himself because he's he's confirmed he's not going to win a major trophy again now? What's your reaction to that?
Okay, go back to what we did with Dennis Bergkamp.
Hang on a second. Hang on. Egal, you got a new microphone?
No, this is my phone.
Oh, it sounds very good quality, bro. I love it. Anyway, go on, continue. Sorry, go for it.
Okay, so imagine, go back in the days when we had Dennis Bergkamp. What we did was we basically said we're gonna have Dennis Bergkamp as a crucial older man to help raise the attack level, and we can bring him on even when he gets to his later stages of his years, and he can still be a threat. Okay, so I'm thinking Aubameyang to us. He's going to be that guy who's going to be signing. What did he sign? A 4-year deal or a 3-year deal?
3-year deal.
Okay, so at the end of that 3-year deal, he's going to be in and around 34, correct? So at the age of 34, you don't expect him to be the leading goal scorer. You expect him to be a guy who helps nurture the young players that we have. And at the time right now, he's still a 20-goal scorer. So when you say, oh, he's not going to be winning anything with Arsenal, this Arsenal team could look completely different in 2 years' time, let alone last year. Think about how we looked 2 years ago. None of our defenders from 2 years ago are in our defense now. So when you say that, let me finish. When you say that, you're saying it from
still in the Europa League.
You're saying it from a banter point of view. You're not actually.
No, I'm saying it from a realistic point of view. Why is that banter point of view?
No, that's not realistic.
over the last 4 years, Arsenal has been a Europa League team. Once you get out of the Europa League, they don't take you seriously.
Guys, one sec. Guys, both stop.
Disrespect.
Guys, stop. Let a gal go. Finish a gal.
The disrespect towards Arsenal is unrealistic. When you guys say teams change over time, look at Liverpool. They were in the Europa League, and in a 3-year span, they went from a Europa League team to Champions League finalists. The next year, they won it. The year after that, they won the league. You were not saying this about Liverpool. You're only saying this about Arsenal. The disrespect from fans in football about Arsenal is unrealistic. You look at a team, you don't look at the team name. You look at the players on the pitch. And you are not looking at the players on the pitch. You're looking at the name.
I am looking at the players on the pitch.
No, you're not, mate.
Most of them are kids. None of those. You haven't won the Premier League in 17 years. What gives me the indication that you're going to win it again? I don't see anything. Aubameyang was in your team last season. You didn't win the Premier League. You finished 8th. You got kicked out of the Europa League. You never even won it. The one time that you were in the final, you got destroyed like you were some Olympiacos team, 4-1. I don't understand. Where is that delusion coming from that all of a sudden you're going to be in the first? You have to get to the Champions League and to get to the top 4 of the Premier League before you can take that extra step. You're not there. You're far away from it. You're not even in the Champions League. You're not even in the conversation for the Premier League. So Arsenal fans, you need to pipe down and get back to reality. You're a Europa League team. The biggest trophy you won in the last, I don't know how many years, was the FA Cup. So until you get more than that, then I will take you seriously. But so far, all you've been saying is subjective. I'm a subjective person talking about my subjective team, but there is no proof in the pudding.
Okay, let me give you substance. Okay, and you listen to me here. Our defense went from a team that was giving away 2.4 shots on target every single game. Okay, plus and when at the beginning of the season when Emery was playing, we were giving away the most shots. Leno was saved the most shots in the league. When Arteta came in, we kept 4 clean sheets. We won against big teams 3 times when you consider Man City, Chelsea, and Liverpool. In addition to that, our defense has went from a team that was giving away more than 1 point something goals to less than 1 point when it comes to goals conceded per game. And that right there is a defensive improvement. So when you talk about Arteta, I'll bring you facts. Arteta has improved.
Arteta got kicked out of the Europa League by one of the worst Europa League teams in it.
My God, you want me to bring you facts? Let me bring you facts.
I'm giving you facts. You finished 8th. Didn't he finish 8th?
Yes, we finished 8th. But guess what? The team that finished above us, if you take 3 of our draws, we have the same amount of points as the team that finished 4th.
You can't take 3 of our draws. That's the table. That's how the table ended. You can't just say if you take 3 of our draws. That's not how it works. That's not how football is what you have on the table. If you don't have those points on the table, there's no ifs and buts.
Okay, but football, you start with a clean sheet at the beginning of the season. You don't look at what happened last season and say you're going to finish the same points. You have to look at it from a clean slate. At the end of the day, it's a new season.
Okay, then next season you can tell me, look at what we're doing. But so far, no team has any points on the table, and that's the only reason you're first.
Okay, so if you have nothing in your bank account and you're poor, are you going to just say, I'm never going to improve? And
you can have
money?
The feelings that you're going to improve. That doesn't mean that you will improve. That's just you feeling optimistic. That doesn't just because you believe in unicorn doesn't mean there's unicorns.
No, you're just bringing up
right, boys. We're going to go around in circles on this one. So the point that Kai made is
I think it's a very fair point.
He said that you've said that Aubameyang's a really good player, which is true. You just think that he's wasting his time because he's not going to win a major trophy staying at Arsenal. Is that essentially your point?
Yep, that's what I think. And if
I suppose the rebuttal to that is: do you think, Agal, that he will win a major trophy in that time outside of the FA Cup, Europa League, and League Cup? Do you think a Premier League or a Champions League in the next 3 years is achievable for Arsenal?
I think by 2024, Arsenal could be not only in the Champions League, but a title challenger for the Champions League at Wembley. I think Arsenal is going to win the Champions League at Wembley and win our first Champions League in London.
So I would be. Hang on, one sec. So you agree with Kai then?
I think it will take a couple of years, but the fact that I feel like he's making a joke of our club, and he's not looking at the long picture.
You're an FA.
No, he's not. Listen, I don't necessarily agree. I think Arsenal could win something in that time. Life isn't that. Things aren't as simple as he's made out. However, he said that in the next 3 years, you're not going to win anything major. You've phoned up and you've kicked off. And I said, when are you going to win something major? You've said in 4 years' time. So you agree with Kai?
No,
yeah, it's been subjective like most of them.
I think we can win. I think we can win a major trophy within the next 2 to 3 years. That is realistic. What I'm saying.
2 to 3. So okay.
Yeah.
We've added David to the call here. David, what do you make of this? I mean, I think it's a brilliant. Listen, let me just stand myself out here. I think this is a brilliant signing for Arsenal. I think Aubameyang is double world class, mate. Kai thinks Aubameyang's wasting his time at Arsenal. Igal says, hush your gums, that's not true. David, what's your opinions, bro?
I think both of them are correct. This is my problem here. Right. The thing with Aubameyang, yes, it's a good signing. It's a great signing for Arsenal. He's the best player. He basically saved them from 14th, 13th, around that area. So he's absolutely crucial.
Yep.
Igal's point is true, how they can improve. My thing with Arsenal is I don't think they haven't.
Yep.
I don't. This is my thing. I don't think they will. I haven't seen their squad actually upgrade yet, because the same people that are saying our defense has changed from 2 years ago, your defense also changed 2 years before that, and you said the same thing. You don't actually know how good your upgrades are yet because you've never watched any of them.
Okay, that's a fair point. But what I will tell you is, when it comes to Arsenal, I feel like as fans, as football fans, you are actually not looking. We could have Van Dijk in our team. The fact that the name of the club is Arsenal, you guys are still going to throw salt, and you're not actually going to look at the players on the pitch subjectively. You're going to look at them objectively, and you're going to have your own bias. And then
everything I said to you was objective. Everything I said to you, the fact that you haven't won any actual major league and major trophy in the last 17 years, is that objective or subjective? That's objective. The fact that I said that every season that you say that you're going to improve, is that objective? Is that subjective? That's objective.
No, but what about
the
this?
fact
What
that
about
I said
this?
that?
What about this? Liverpool, the year that they went to the Champions League final, the year before that,
No.
Wenger,
But
only
Which
one
year was
point.
that? Which
Only one
year was that?
Only one
No,
point.
Igal,
Only one
Igal.
point changed us and the Liverpool team that got into the top four
that's
that
because
year.
that Liverpool,
year,
the year. Listen to me. Listen. Let me finish.
No, you're saying that I'm debunking the Europa League point. I'm debunking the Europa League point.
You've been in it for 4 years and you haven't won it once.
Let me debunk this right now. You keep talking about us being a Europa League team, but
you're
not taking into a factor. Yes, we have been a Europa League team, but you're not taking into a factor that the difference of getting into the Europa League and getting into the top four for Arsenal has been literally 1 point between us and Tottenham that season when Emery messed up. It was 1 point. The year that Liverpool squeaked ahead of us.
It doesn't matter. That's just excuses.
Let me finish, mate. I actually listen to you, but you don't listen to what I'm saying. My point is, in the league table, yes, we got into Europa League, but when you really look at our squad, the team that finished fourth is not better than us. You cannot tell me that Tottenham is better than us. You cannot tell me that Chelsea last season. You cannot tell me Chelsea last season had better players than us.
They beat you 4-1. What more do you need? 4-1.
They didn't beat us 4-1 last year. What are you talking about? That was a year before.
Boys. Igal, right? This is my thing.
Last season we were 9 points ahead of you. Chelsea was 9 points ahead of you.
My thing. My
Guys,
thing is with this.
Go on. Sorry, Dave. We'll come back to you in a minute. We've added Josh King to the call. Josh King is a Tottenham fan, so I would love his perspective on this. Is Aubameyang's deal a good signing for Arsenal? And is it a good signing for Aubameyang? What's your opinions, bro? Are you there, Josh? You've muted yourself. It doesn't seem to be working. Oh, the technical problems we sometimes face. We'll hopefully Josh will come back through in a moment. We've added man like elite KJ. KJ, what do you make of this debate and argument that's going on right now, mate?
I think this Aubameyang, very good player, more than very good, world-class player, world-class striker. For Arsenal, this is an amazing deal because he could easily go somewhere else and still kill it. And then if he was ever to leave, they would not be able to replace his goals so quickly. Like, it's just facts. And that's what I'm saying. I've wanted to say for a while on this channel that Arsenal should be looking at a second striker to buy in, because I don't believe Lacazette could bring in the numbers. I don't think Pepe can bring in the numbers. Saka's young, Martinelli's young, so they need another striker to back up Aubameyang. But in terms of, also I want to say this about Aubameyang, which is not a slight on him, it's not his fault, but he's never won a league. He has never won a league. So for me, I'm thinking, as a player, you at your age that you're at, surely you want to win the league because you're that good. But the fact that it's stayed just shows that I think one, coronavirus has had an effect on the world football, so players can't make the easy moves anymore. And two, that he clearly, so that's a good thing. In terms of Arsenal improving and being a title contender or a major trophy contender, I don't see it personally. Like, I mean, Igal, you're saying that you're only saying it because we have these biased glasses on. Okay, I'm taking them off. If you look at your backline, the reinforcements you've brought in, are they any better than the players you already have? You can argue no, because they're basically the same. No one knows no one knows how well Gabriel will do, because no one's really seen him play except for the last 2 months where everyone's looking at compilations. And Saliba is a great talent, but we don't know how he will develop, because do you have the defenders there already to help him grow and nurture him? Your midfield, you're bringing back a guy that you finished 8th with last season, so and that's it.
I suppose my view.
Can I rebuttal about Gabriel quickly?
Mate, we'll go into guys. We'll go through Gabriel a little bit more on tonight's show when we go through that. So we'll save that for then. But I suppose this is the question here. We're going a little bit off the initial point that Kai made. Is Aubameyang going to win a league title at Arsenal in this new 3-year deal that he's done?
No, he won't.
So I think Kai has a fair point to say, re-signing for Arsenal.
More than one, Terry. More than one. If you look at it, everything I said about Arsenal objectively is true. He said that we look at it subjectively. No, Arsenal haven't won a Premier League for the last 17 years. Is that true? That's true. Yeah. Have Arsenal won anything? Won the Europa League in the last 4 years that they were in it? They haven't. Have they been playing in the Europa League for the last 4 years? They have. So where does he say? He is the one who's being subjective, saying, "Oh, we are going to do better next." How do you know that? If you haven't done it for the last 4 years, you're basically just seeing unicorns. That's basically what it is. There's no objectivity in it. And that's why he's getting mad at the rivals. The reason rivals see you what you are now is the fact that you haven't won a Premier League for the last 17 years. You've been playing for FA Cup. You've been playing in Europa League for 4 years and haven't won it once. And you got destroyed in the one final that you were in, actually played at in the Europa League. And those are facts. What you were saying about Arsenal is subjective, because you're an Arsenal fan. What I'm saying is objective, based on league, based on the table, and based on the trophies you have won in the last 17 years.
Okay.
So there you go. If you have anything to answer to that, you can go ahead. But don't call us subjective, because your club is underachieving.
We've got 2 more callers back on us now. So Josh is now with us. Josh, what are you saying, bro? It's still not working, Josh. Try calling back again. It might be something with your settings, bro. We've got Stro with us. Man like Stro, Liverpool fan. Do you think it's I think it's a good signing for Arsenal. I don't think anybody's going to disagree. But is this a good bit of business by Pierre?
No. It's phenomenal business for Arsenal. Absolutely phenomenal business. But from Aubameyang's point of view, listen, we all seen the reports. He was waiting for another offer for a bigger club to come in, a Real Madrid, a Barcelona. For example, if Liverpool, City, someone like that, Bayern Munich would have approached him, he'd have gone. And realistically, you look at his career, like KJ said, he's not really won a Premier, or he's not won a title. Surely you've got to have aspirations for that. But for Arsenal to manage to tie him down, is that something business for them, because they need him? They desperately need him. They can't. He's the one player in that team you look at, and he's indispensable, and they can't afford to lose him. But yeah, it's poor from Aubameyang's point of view.
Again, what's your thoughts on that? What do you think? There's
game was a loss to
hang on a minute. Sorry, something's playing, and I don't know why it's playing in the background. I have no idea where it's playing from. Sometimes it does this. Oh, there we go. It's Ollie's face. I don't want Ollie's voice. Again, what's your thoughts on people saying that it's great for you, but it's a weakness or a poor decision from Aubameyang, because that's it now. He's not winning a league title in an elite league. What's your reaction to that?
Is he got muted?
Honestly, man, when it comes to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang signing for Arsenal, of course, it's a good signing for us, and for him, I would say it's a great signing for him, because at the end of the day, he can turn this into his club. He can stamp his authority, leave his imprint at the club, and become a club legend if he brings us back to the level that we can get back to. And I generally think that Aubameyang, not just winning a Europa League possibly, but he could with already captaining us to FA Cup win, and proving that he is the top player that he is with Aubameyang and the young players that we have coming up and the signings that we have been making recently. I can only be optimistic, and he sees a plan. This is not a dumb man. He knows that there's a plan, and he was going to be leaving if Emery was still in charge. When Arteta came in, Arteta did a good job. You guys got to give Arteta a little bit of credit. He did a good job turning the man's head and making him stay. Because yes, Barcelona did not come in. Real Madrid did not come in.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question on that, Igal? I'm all for giving him credit for changing someone's mind. Why is it though that when the journalists say that Ollie changed the mind of Paul Pogba, why does everybody shut that down as PR spin? But yet when it's Arteta doing it with Aubameyang, it's the gospel truth.
Because there's a difference in the transfer price. The transfer price for Pogba would be around 100 something, where the transfer price for Aubameyang, his contract's running down. We're in a situation where we'd have to let him go for what he's actually worth.
Sorry to cut you now. Surely, surely
you can't really compare it to the same thing.
Yeah, but surely, if that's the case, like Pogba's worth 100 million. And he's younger and he's hungrier, surely it's even better that Ollie turned his head and made him stay at United.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not just Ollie's head, is it? But I'm not. That's just a side note. I always find it interesting. You were speaking about yesterday how fans want to believe stories that make their managers look better, but will disregard the same stories from the same journalists about an opponent's manager. I just love the bullshit. I just love the nonsense. It's absolutely great.
You see that all the time. You see that even the other day with the Willian saying he would have stayed at Chelsea. I can get that might have been a joke, but when you hear the other way around that Willian wanted to leave Chelsea, no one ever brings that up.
No, he didn't.
Because he didn't want to leave. Because he didn't want to leave.
Willian is trash. Willian didn't want to leave. He's not good enough for Chelsea. Well, if Ziyech was in our team, he wouldn't even start. He's not starting next season. He would be on the bench. The only reason he stayed is the 3-year deal. We don't offer a 32-year-old. We let Lampard go. Lampard, who is 10 times the player that Willian is, because he was over 31 years old. And you want to tell me that we wanted to keep Willian? No, we didn't. We were only giving him 2 years with a bench role. He didn't want to. He wanted 3 years. The only reason he stayed with you is because he has a restaurant that he wants to keep with David Luiz.
I don't know why you got so aggressive the moment I brought up Willian. Now you know how it feels.
No, because you're calling me subjective. When everything I told you was objective. So you're the one who's being subjective.
You're still on the same point. Move over it, bro.
Yeah,
That's how you can tell when someone's triggered. He just keeps bringing up the same point. Get out
The
of here.
spins that go on. Right now.
I love it. Honestly, this is like listening to Jeremy Corbyn and Boris Johnson talk. It's amazing. We've got a couple of super chats here. First one from Marble Halls TV that says, happy the deal is done. Aubameyang is better than Kane. Man wins trophies and golden boots. Another comment, super chat here says, oh, it just appeared off my screen. Another super chat says, Aubameyang only stayed because of Arteta. And again, I think he stayed partly because of Arteta. But if he was not thinking of leaving, it would have all just been done weeks ago, wouldn't it? He definitely looked at other clubs. And like I say, I love Martial. I love Paul Pogba. I love David De Gea. All of those players at some point have tried to leave Manchester United. It's very common. It's very normal. It happens. I'm not going to try and spin it in any, yes, what part of it was guy wanting to go home didn't happen. Yeah, part of it was toxic relationship with Jose and Ollie's helped fix it. But the cold fundamental facts of the matter remain that at some point, these players looked at leaving. Wayne Rooney looked at leaving. These things are real. Aubameyang did look, he did twerk for some other clubs, but the other clubs just looked at him and they went, nah, they didn't offer him a drink. Do you know what I mean? It's as simple as that. But Arsenal are going to reap the rewards for that. So just relax, enjoy it, and then we move on. Boys, I have got to go. But back later on today with more content. Remember, 9 p.m. tonight. Are you boys all on tonight? Are you all on this evening?
I am, yeah. I'm here.
Remember, tonight, 9 p.m., Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, thumbnails are ready.
You would have me, Terry. I would be.
Yeah. Of course, mate. We'll get you on the show, brother. We'll get you on the show.
You already lost today, man. Look at the chat, man.
You better be
fine with your point, man.
Come on, show your face.
You can't beat me on a pit. I will show my face, man. I'm a very good-looking guy, man. I'll show my face.
9 o'clock tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's good. I'm actually going to set you two up 1v1. Igal versus Kai.
Khabib style.
I
Khabib
know.
send me location.
We'll do that tonight, 9 p.m. Make sure you're all goddamn tuning in. Whatever you're doing right now, there's 1,500 people watching tonight. Be there. Tonight's gonna be the passionate one because we've got the three biggest teams in Premier League history being debated tonight in Man United, Arsenal, and of course Chelsea. And there are I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans tweeting about they're desperate for Sancho to come in because they actually want. I suppose it's that age of Chelsea fan. They remember the Man United-Chelsea rivalry being the biggest in their eyes. They think that might be returning, but we'll get onto that a little bit later. Just on some other quick news, Jadon Sancho to Man United is happening. I just thought I'd remind you all that it's progressing lovely. I exchanged conversation today with the Norwegian version of Gary Lineker, who runs their version of the Premier League Match of the Day. He knows Ollie very well. We were chatting. He said to me, it's done. It's on its way. So that's going on. And also, Gareth Bale is reportedly available for a cut price, £22 million. Arsenal, you do love an old man. You do love a player past his best. £22 million. He's better than Pepe. Maybe you should look at him.
We're getting after Houssem Arouan, man.
I'm sorry. No. Terry, before we go, I'm just going to leave you with this question. With Arsenal's now signing this new contract and now his hike in wages because his wages are going to increase, can they even afford to buy two of those players?
Maybe not, and that's the important element. Plus, by the way, we're going to be doing this on the show later. I've got to do the maths, but we're going to be the price of every signing that the top 6 clubs have made is now officially changed. Have you all heard about this?
Why? People adding like the.
Oh yeah, because suddenly I told you this was going to happen, right? The Jadon Sancho deal was now being classed as a £200 million deal because they're including wages, bonuses, agent fees, intermediary fees, and interest, and the tea lady, the postal, internet usage. So I run the numbers lightly on the same multiple pliers to Chelsea. Chelsea have spent nearly £500 million this summer. If we're going to use the same model, Liverpool, you didn't spend £13 million on a backup left back. You spent about £22 million on him. So, how'd you like them apples? But I'm only messing. It's a joke. No one get triggered by it. But so we're going to do that tonight, 9 p.m. Make sure you're tuning in. Hit like button, share button, subscribe. Thank you, by the way, to all of our new members. We've had so many new members sign up. We've got another new emoji, but I'm not too sure who to go with yet. I might use my own face. No, I might do my own face. I might put one of me on there so you can all share.
Terry's bold head. Yes, Bob. Terry's bold head. The bold fraud emoji, fam. Let's go.
Terry, have a good one. I got to go back to work.
Yeah, all right, people. Take care, everyone. I'll see you all later. Everyone who's tuned in, thank you. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all soon.